If you are looking for a Connecticut bail bonds, look no further than Liza Davis Bail Bonds. They are available 24/7 and have bail bondsmen located throughout Connecticut. Call Liza at 860-347-BAIL. Liza Davis Bail Bonds offers the lowest bail bond prices in the entire state of Connecticut. Liza will help you bring your loved one back to their family. If your loved one just got arrested, call Liza 860-347-BAIL. LizaDavisBailBonds.com will help you kiss jail goodbye.
Your fever is high and the pressure to log in at work is too. But when you finally decide to take care of you, there's Instacart. Just because that one perfect coworker of yours is attending all meetings, camera on while she's sneezing, coughing, and aching, doesn't mean you have to do the same. Take it from us. Trying to stay on top of things will only get you further behind. Instead, get everything from tissues and teas to cough suppressants and comforting soups delivered through Instacart in as fast as 30 minutes. If anyone needs anything, they can just redirect their questions to that one perfect coworker of yours.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial connection. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 1H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
So this is not somebody's elaborate joke. That is really Gwen Stefani sitting right there. That's her on the Zoom. I can't believe it. I thought someone might have been playing a prank on me, but I guess not. Gwen, I love the song Purple Irises.
Thank you.
And I think that there's something comforting about saying that Gwen Stefani has new music.
Really?
I feel that way. The world is changing so much and everything's going by so fast, but here's Gwen still writing new music and releasing new music.
Aww. That's so sweet. It makes me feel comforted because I think that like when you are somebody that has written songs your entire life and it's the one thing that you feel like you can contribute to the world, like this is what grounds me, this is my gift, this is the one thing that makes me feel value, to stop doing that would make a hole in my heart. So like, even though you haven't heard anything new, I have been writing songs for the last, since 2020. And even though maybe I don't share all of them, it's just part of like who I am and what I need to do. I think selfishly, actually, because I have to like find like stolen moments to go in the studio. And because, I am a mom first, I do shows, I have my makeup line, I have my incredible husband, I have like my family first, so it's like hard for me to find excuses in my brain to be like, I'm going to go to the studio and write a song that nobody's waiting to hear, but you're saying they are, and that makes me
so when you have a song, and how hard is it to sit on it, like, and how hard is it to it's like I want to get this out to the world, and now here it is.
Well, that's a really good question, actually, because I had been writing a lot in the idea that I would put a record out, because when you do that, you put a record out, when I do that, it's like the greatest thing to be able to share, because the songs typically are not make-believe songs. They're about real things that happen. And when I go in the studio and I hit on that, these songs that I feel like are literally being channeled to me from God, like it's not anything that I don't take responsibility for them, especially the ones that resonate with other people. It's like, how is that happening? That is a miracle. That is beyond me. And so when that happens, like a song like Purple Irises, when I went to write that song, I'm always anxious. I'm always like, is God gonna speak through me today? Like, I know this sounds like wild stuff, but there's all the stuff out there that is invisible is the wild stuff. You know what I mean? Love, hope, dreams. It's not something you can put your fingers on, And so I remember driving to the studio that day, and I did have a lot on my mind, and I was praying, like, please let me write something. And the title, as I turned on the street, just came. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the song. And weirdly, that was the one that I landed like in the place where I knew that like it's hard because you're competing with your old self. I'm never going to be like, just a girl or the Hollaback girl, or, I was those people. They're still part of me, but I'm not going to go backwards to that. I have to go forwards to who I am right now. And I feel like stylistically and lyrically and melodically, that song Purple Iris has landed me in the island of me now. And so after that, I went on to write a bunch of songs that felt like, okay, this is the collection of songs. I love those other songs, but it's not like I sat in the parking lot of my house and like listened to them a billion times and they spoke back to me and I learned something about myself through the song. So to answer your question, I'm very long-winded. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm like, I definitely feel like when I hit on that kind of a song, it's like, I don't even care. I do want to share it. And I do feel like excited about, is it going to do what it's doing to me, to other people? And I am addicted to that feeling.
When I heard the song, it made me sad a little bit in a way. When you say it's not 1999, but this face is still mine. It makes me think that it's a coming of age. We're growing together. Our relationship is growing together. Is that what you intended?
I think that it doesn't matter what age you are, because I have children and my youngest just turned 10. And I've noticed this with all of my kids, like the month of their birthday, they start acting weird. Like they start regressing a little bit. And, the children, I think what they're really doing is mourning. They're mourning the loss of being a baby. They're growing up, and we all know as humans what that means, what we're getting closer to, this like mystery of life. And I think that like we all like want to mature and get better and see the future and get there, but we also just know that means like we're getting older and we're not going to get to be that version of ourselves anymore. And I think that this song kind of talks about love in that way. Like I think with the purple iris reference, with the flower reference of like planting seeds of love and watching them mature, and that point of blossoming, and then knowing that that's not lasting. There's nothing that lasts in this life. And that is sad. But at the same time, I think that sometimes if you try to focus too hard on that and not be in the moment of the truth of like, no, I'm overthinking this whole thing. We are in love. This is true love. Like be in that moment and stop trying to like analyze everything and miss the moment, which is impossible because we're just broken humans here. But I think that's something that I've always been trying to work on lately, is just, this is like right now I'm talking to you about a song I wrote. Like it's so incredible. And I'm going to marinate in this moment.
Your fever is high and the pressure to log in at work is too. But when you finally decide to take care of you, there's Instacart. Just because that one perfect coworker of yours is attending all meetings, camera on while she's sneezing, coughing, and aching, doesn't mean you have to do the same. Take it from us. Trying to stay on top of things will only get you further behind. Instead, get everything from tissues and teas to cough suppressants and comforting soups delivered through Instacart in as fast as 30 minutes. If anyone needs anything, they can just redirect their questions to that one perfect coworker of yours.
Icare skilled nursing care centers are more than your typical nursing home. Our specialized clinical programs include heart failure, pulmonary care, post-surgical care, behavioral health, substance use disorder, HIV and veterans care, movement disorders, and more. icare Health Network and Touchpoints Rehab Centers. With 11 locations in Greater Hartford, there's an icare care center conveniently located near you. Visit icarehn.com to learn more.
If you are looking for a Connecticut bail bonds, look no further than Liza Davis Bail Bonds. They are available 24/7 and have bail bondsmen located throughout Connecticut. Call Liza at 860-347-BAIL. Liza Davis Bail Bonds offers the lowest bail bond prices in the entire state of Connecticut. Liza will help you bring your loved one back to their family. If your loved one just got arrested, call Liza 860-347-BAIL. LizaDavisBailBonds.com will help you kiss jail goodbye.
Staying in the moment, but at the same time, you must be experiencing a lot of nostalgia this year, because obviously No Doubt is reuniting in April at Coachella. I want to say that you came through here with No Doubt. I want to say it was 1996 or 1997, and I was texting my sister, Stacy, And I told her that I was talking to you, and she was really, really jealous and she reminded me that No Doubt was her first concert back in '97. And I took her to the show, and she's like, yeah, your car broke down. We almost didn't make it. We missed the opener. But when you think about getting back together with No Doubt this year, is it all like just riding a bike, and do all the words come back to you and the old feelings come back to you? Or do you think it's going to have a different feel?
I don't know what the future holds really, but in my mind, I feel like it's going to be like riding a bike, and I think it's going to feel so good because, I've been on a journey with these guys for a long time. And I think that like everything in life, like artistically, I think it's always great to collaborate with new, fresh people. I think that that's one thing that makes you grow, and then it's also really great to be back with your core group of people. And I think that being back with them and being able to like celebrate like all of those years, and not just for us, but like for the people that care. I think what got me the most excited about this was the unexpected excitement that people were putting out there about this. And that made me feel proud. That made me feel like just excited. And it is a miracle. I mean, we were already a band like 9 years before you saw us back in '97 or whatever. At that point, I think we were like 11 years or something. And yesterday I was at Walmart here in Oklahoma getting some groceries for Blake. And it's like, you go in there and I was by myself, and I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? And these little girls kept coming up to me, and they're like, is it okay if we have a photo? And I'd be like, let me think about that. Were you a good girl today? No, I was just having a lot of fun with them. And at the end of like, I think 3 times these kids, 11, 12 years old, I'm like, how do you know me? And they like reached in for a hug afterward. And I was like, God, it's just something that feels so good about just being around long. Like you're never going to be new. You're always going to only be new one time. And that's an amazing feeling as well. But like to be lasting and to be able to have like songs that are just, people are discovering now that are young is just super cool. So Coachella is going to be a celebration of all of that, and tie a bow, I think, on the No Doubt like family, to be able to celebrate everything we've done all this time. It's crazy.
I go back to what I said. It's comforting. It's
Yeah.
comforting to have you there. It really is. It's a good feeling. I know that we're out of time. I could do this for another hour, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this. You are a throwback to when artists would do radio interviews.
I love talking to you, and it's really like, again, normal, like in normal life, you don't just like get asked questions and then talk about it and think about it. It's very therapeutic, and I appreciate you. And thanks for listening to the music and playing the music. And it's so fun to share this new one with you guys.
Great talking to you. All the best. We'll see you soon.
Bye.